Good evening, everybody. And good evening to the thousands watching online all around the world. This is the first show indoors that I've done since early March. So it's a very special night for me, in front of a real audience as well. was wondering about what song to open with, and I thought I'd do something that we all love. I don't think I'm taking too much of a chance. I think everybody likes this song. And I thought I wanted a song that was about expanded horizons, and considering that we all feel so isolated at the moment. So I picked this one. Packed my bags last night, pre-flight, 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much, I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space on such a timeless flight. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man that think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man that think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. Now that light's going off there was all part of the show. That was to represent space, you see. Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell, and there's no one there to raise them if you did. And all the science I don't understand, it's just my job 5 days a week. I'm a rocket man, rocket man. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man that think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. I don't know if you can hear at home, but they're a very, very loud audience for the amount of people that there are in the room. So thank you very much. I really appreciate the applause. So this next song is late last year. I released an album called Truth. It seems like centuries ago now. It really does. And it was a fantastic experience making the album. We did some of the recording over here with Simon Golding and Brian Hargreaves on drums, and it was great. We did a 3-day session, got all the drums and everything, and the bass and stuff done. And then the whole thing went over to Nashville, and keyboard player friend of mine, great keyboard player, Chris Knoll, put all the other bits on and produced it. And it's actually, it's got some good reviews, the album. Finally, it's taken a year. And this is the title track of the album. I wrote this one Friday afternoon, and I thought it would be a great idea. I thought, how cool would it be to write a song in the afternoon and do it at the gig that night, you know? Which is a foolish thing to do. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. But I thought, I'm anything, you know, up for the challenge of doing this. And it was at Settle Victoria Hall. I don't know if anybody knows that venue. And I got to the gig and I thought, right, I definitely remember the words. And I got on stage and I'd cued my children, who were sort of 13 and 14 at the time, to stand at the side of the stage with the lyrics. Like, you know, like you have in a theatre where you, what do they call them? The prompt. And I thought, but I won't need this. And I just was going through the intro over and over again. I couldn't even remember the first line, you know. Tried to sneak over. But once I got going, I was okay. So this is a song called Truth. Sometimes it all gets too much. I can barely hold on. Sometimes it feels like the things that defined me are gone. In an age of illusion, where all of the lines become blurred, and you can't be sure of a single damn thing you have heard. That's when I turn to the one that I know never lies. After all of this time, I can still see the truth in her eyes. Some days I find myself caught between sorrow and rage. Some nights I fear I will not find my feet on this stage. When the leaders we trust with the lives of our children are falling apart at the seams, and we all feel like extras in some sad old man's foolish dreams. That's when the past and the present collide. Let them all go to hell, I can still see the truth in her eyes. Have been molded by anger and fear. It's what I thought it took to survive. Sometimes it all gets too much. I can barely hold on. Sometimes it feels like the things that define me are gone. When the past and the present collide, let them all go to hell, I can still see the truth in her eyes. Thank you very much. And that is really how I feel at the moment. I feel as if you can't believe anything. Everything anybody tells you now, when they're in an elevated position, you think, I'll just check that, As Steve Earle once famously said, just be careful out there, they ain't looking out for you like they used to, you know. This is a song from an album recorded a few years ago. The album was called Don't Forget Forgive. And this is probably my most popular song live. A song called If There's Ever a Time. Baby, this letter isn't easy to write. I'm sitting here thousands of miles from my home, and God knows I miss you tonight. And I just wanted to tell you I still feel the same. And I know that you're in the arms of another. Baby, I know I'm to blame, but if there's ever a time when it all falls apart, and if he makes you cry, if he breaks your heart, when the nights are too long and you can't find a friend, give me a chance and I'll make you a believer again. Well, I know my mistake. Too much time on the road. And a girl like you needs someone there she can trust. Someone strong, someone to hold, and your faith in me died. So you found someone new. Darling, I know how this sounds, but I've changed. And I swear that I'll be there for you if there's ever a time when it all falls apart, and if he makes you cry, if he breaks your heart, when the nights are too long and you can't find a friend, give me a chance and I'll make you a believer again. Well, I guess that I've said all I wanted to say. Tonight I will imagine I'm singing those love songs for you. Forget you're a lifetime away, and I hope that you're happy. I hope that he's kind. And deep down I know that I may never see you again, but darling, please keep me in mind. If there's ever a time, if there's ever a time, if there's ever a time. Thank you very much. I'm being very careful opening that. I had an incident with a paint can today and it's left me scarred. It really has. Just over the last 8 months or so, we've lost two of the greatest songwriters, in my opinion anyway, two of the greatest songwriters ever. Jerry Jeff Walker, who died just the other day. I think he was 78. And John Prine, who died early on in the lockdown. And between them, they wrote some of the greatest songs ever. Jerry Jeff Walker, of course, will always be remembered for this song. Met a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you in worn-out shoes, silver hair, a ragged shirt, and baggy pants. The old soft shoe, and he jumped so high, he jumped so high, and then it lightly touched down. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance. I met him in a cell in New Orleans, it was down and out. And it looked to me to be the eyes of age as he spoke right out. And he talked about life, he talked of life. His smile slapped his leg and stepped. He said the name Bojangles and he danced a lick across the cell. He grabbed his pants and took a stance, and it jumped so high he clicked his heels. Then he let go a laugh, he let go a laugh, shook his clothes all around. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance. They said to dance for those minstrel shows and county fairs throughout the South. Yeah, then he spoke in tears of 15 years I was dogging him. They traveled about. Yeah, the dog up and died, he up and died. After 20 years he still grieves. And he said to dance now at every chance at honky-tonks, just for drinks and tips. Yeah, but most of the time I spend behind these county bars, 'cause I drinks a bit. Then he shook his head, he shook his head. I heard someone ask, please. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance. Won't you dance for me? You spoke in tears of 15 years I was dogging him. traveled about. Thank you very much. And it's always a difficult task with John Prine to know which song to do, because the guy didn't know how to write a bad song. He was an amazing musician. And he could make you, he's one of those songwriters that he could make you laugh and cry in the same song. You know, not just on one album, in the same song. But I decided on this one. This is Angel from Montgomery. I am an old woman, yeah, named after my mother. My old man's just another child grown old. Dreams were lightning, yeah, thunder, desire. So house would have burned down a long time ago. Send me an angel who flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Yeah, just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. I was a young girl, yeah, I had me a cowboy. He wasn't much to look at, just a free rambling man. Yeah, but that was a long time, yeah, no matter how I tried, these years they just go by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel who flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Yeah, just give me one thing I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Flies in the kitchen, I can hear them in there buzzing. I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person wake up in the morning, yeah, come home in the evening and just have nothing to say? Send me an angel who flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Yeah, just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way. It's just a hard way to go. Thank you very much. I wasn't going to do this song tonight, but we've had a request for it. This is a John Denver song. I do, as well as doing my own music, I do a show, The Music of John Denver. There was a local DJ, Billy Butler, on Radio Merseyside. I don't know if does anybody know? Anybody ever heard the Billy Butler show? No. Billy Butler's a kind of a legendary DJ from Merseyside, and he did a show called Hold Your Plums. What's funny about... Oh, yeah. No. And it was very funny. If you want to hear something really funny and also very much in the Liverpool humour kind of vein, look up Hold Your Plums on YouTube. You'll see some of the hilarious contestants they got. I won't tell you any more about it. It's very funny. And I was in for an interview once, and he said, you know, Chris, you do have a kind of a sound of John Denver. And I said, yeah, people have said that my whole life, you know. I'd be doing a Black Sabbath song, and somebody come over and go, you know, you really sounded like John Denver when you did Paranoid then. So I decided to, so he said, why don't you go out and celebrate his music? And I said, Billy, I'm not doing a tribute act. I'm not putting a pair of granny glasses on and a blonde wig. And he said, just go out as yourself. And I did it, and it's been an amazing experience. I've been doing it for about 10 years. Well, I used to do it back in the, you know, before the zombie apocalypse came along. And I used to remember. So this is a John Denver song from the album Points, Prayers and Promises, 1971. And this is for one of our online listeners, Richard Bell. It's a song called Sunshine on My Shoulders. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. And if I had a day that I could give you, I'd give to you a day just like today. If I had a song that I could sing for you, I'd sing a song to make you feel this way. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. And if I had a tale that I could tell you, I'd tell a tale sure to make you smile. wish that I could wish for you. I'd make a wish for sunshine all the while. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost all the time makes me high. Thank you very much. And while we're doing singer-songwriters, I'm going to do a song by a singer-songwriter. We've done 3 who are no longer with us, so I'll do a song. She didn't actually write this song. It's a Bonnie Raitt. It's hard because I want to say a Bonnie Raitt song. She, to me, did the definitive version of this song, and I'm not actually sure who wrote it, but it's a beautiful song. Bonnie Raitt's still very much with us and still making great music when she finally gets back out on the road, you know. This is called Been Too Long at the Fair. Jesus cried, wept and died. Guess he went up to heaven. Been downtown such a long, long time. Never make it back by 7. Won't you come and take me home? I've been too long at the fair. Lord, I just can't stand it anymore. And I went down to Jason's, walked till my feet got sore. Guess I never knew what laughing was. You walked out the door. Won't you come and take me home? I've been too long at the fair. Lord, I just can't stand it anymore. I give my soul to Abraham. I give my soul to Saul. Give my bones to Canada. My teeth, they don't hurt at all. I don't know who owns the highway. I guess it's just my pride. But I have seen the Prince of Darkness on his charger ride. A silver blade is gleaming. The scales are in his hand. Know the night is falling. Won't you lose another man? Won't you come and take me home? I've been too long at the fair. Lord, I just can't stand it anymore. Lord, I just can't stand it anymore. Lord, I just can't stand it. Don't think I can stand it anymore. Somebody said to me once, I played that song, and he said, that song I've been too long at the fair, what's that about? And I said, I got no idea, and I don't care. It doesn't matter. The words are so beautiful. What does it matter, you know? I remember not Lindsay Buckingham, Christine McVie of Fleetwood Mac, talking about Stevie Nicks' songwriting, and she said, I didn't know what she was singing about half the time. She said, but the words sounded so good that I didn't care, you know. Sometimes those songs are even better, I think. Now, my songs, I'm very much a kind of character songwriter, where I'll think myself into a character and write a song, you know, based on that character. Very few of them are of mine are autobiographical, but this is from the album Truth from last year. And I used to work at a sawmill when I was about 18. Worked there for a couple of years, and it's not a great place for a guitar player. You need all your fingers, really, you know. But this is back in the late 80s, so it was health and safety wasn't quite as stringent as it is now. Let's put it that way. But I met some great guys there who are still friends of mine all these years later, and all those things that you do, you know, they seem horrible at the time, but in retrospect, it's all part of who you are, and I think that's what this song's about. It's called A Bandsaw on the Bell. I'm a working troubadour, blue-collar picker through and through. I'm a product of the working class and not afraid to walk in those shoes. 'Cause you never really break the chains of history. There are nights I think it's just as well. 30 years have since gone by, but I still hear the bandsaw and the bell. My father's father told me, boy, no one ever made no money working. At the time I didn't understand. I was young, but now I get it. Yeah, 'cause you can break your back and still be nothing. They'll use you up till there's nothing left to sell. Some nights right before I sleep, I still hear the bandsaw and the bell. Late one Friday afternoon, a big blade broke and hit the wall above my head. If I'd have been as tall as old man Henry, right now instead of singing, I'd be dead. Well, I didn't even pick up that week's paycheck. Left my gloves and ear protectors where they fell. Some nights in the roar of my Les Paul, I heard the bandsaw and the bell. Yeah, sometimes when I'm singing hard, I still hear the bandsaw and the bell. I'm a big fan of a singer-songwriter from the early 70s, Nick Drake. His first album came out in 1969. He only made 3 albums. It's wonderful music. There's only a couple of artists who... I mean, I've been a lifelong fan of Elton John and Bruce Springsteen and Bob Dylan and all those guys, but the music is kind of... it doesn't transport me to a different place. Nick Drake's music does that for me. It's really bizarre. There's only a couple of artists, Nick Drake and Green Day. You couldn't get more different artists, but their music just takes me into another world. I don't know what it is, but Nick Drake died far too young and left behind some amazing music. And I was thinking about this actually. This setup here with the microphone and the microphone for the guitar as well is great. And this is how they used to do it in the old folk clubs, you know, back in the 60s and 70s. Sometimes there'd be no mic at all, but occasionally there would be one mic, and you would use that for your guitar and your vocal, you know. And this is real old school. It's fantastic, and it just sounds wonderful. You know, there's nothing to get in the way of the music. There really isn't. So this is from Nick Drake's second album, came out in 1970. A song called Northern Sky. Never felt magic crazy as this. I never saw moons, knew the meaning of the sea. I never held emotion in the palm of my hand. I felt sweet breezes in the top of a tree, but now you're here, brighten my northern sky. It's been a long time that I've waited. It's been a long time that I'm alone. It's been a long time that I've wondered through the people I have known. Oh, if you would and you could straighten my new mind's eye. Would you love me for my money? Would you love me for my head? Would you love me through the winter? Would you love me till I'm dead? Oh, if you would and you could, come blow your horn on high. Never felt magic crazy as this. Never saw moons, knew the meaning of the sea. I never held emotion in the palm of my hand. I felt sweet breezes in the top of a tree. But now you're here, brighten my northern sky. Brighten my northern sky. Thank you very much. This is, I better get my set list off that guitar. I can remember lyrics, no problem, but remembering what songs I'm doing, impossible for me, I tell you. This lovingly prepared about 3 minutes before I came on stage. This is another song from the new album, Truth. From last year. And I was really, the album came out very country. I didn't intend it to be that way. It's just that the songs kind of leaned in that direction, and then obviously with the Nashville production and the musicians that were on it. So this picked up a lot of airplay when the album was first released on country radio. Again, another story song. It's called Hey Joe. Caught the 601 when Molly and her mama woke up. He was long gone. He never even said goodbye. There were times in the years that followed she would cry. She thought of what she'd say if he ever passed her way. She'd say, hey Joe, if you saw Molly now, it would break your heart to see how much you're missing. Listen Joe, I can't forget you ran, but I'm hoping Molly can. And her courage knew no bounds. Yeah, the two of them, they faced it all as life unwound. She did the best that she could do. Through the gray, the scarlet, and the midnight blue. And she taught her how to dance. Swore that if she ever got the chance, she'd say, hey Joe, if you saw Molly now, it would break your heart to see how much you're missing. Listen Joe, I can't forget you ran, but I'm hoping Molly can. Seasons roll by so slow and so steady. Suddenly you find it's October already. Caught the 601 when Molly and her mama woke up. He was long gone. Thank you very much. As part of the show I do, the music of John Denver, I got invited over to Aspen, Colorado in 2012, I think, the first time I went there. And I was spotted on YouTube doing a song called Christmas for Cowboys. The song was written by a guy called Steve Weisberg. Steve was the guitar player in John Denver's band back in the early 70s, back when all the hits, Annie's Song and all that were out. And Steve was on all those tracks, Rhymes and Reasons, all those great songs. And he saw me on YouTube doing this song, and he sent me a message, and it said, great job doing that song, and thank goodness you don't try and look like John, you know. And what he meant was he didn't like seeing the kind of the sort of people dressing up, you know what I mean? I don't think Steve was a fan of that. And he invited me over to Aspen that year, and we became really close friends. It was an amazing experience, as you can imagine, from a lad from Wigan, which is where I'm from, going over to America, and especially Aspen, Colorado, and singing those John Denver songs. And they'd watch me on stage, and the audience was really nice, and then I'd come off and I'd be talking to them, and they'd go, why are you talking like that? What accent is that? Never heard anybody speak like that before. They're like, are you like Irish or something? The Wigan accent's very strange, you know. We have things in common with Ulster for some reason. I don't know why that is. It must be something to do with I assume the coal mines. You know, there's a lot of Irish immigrants came into the country and worked in the coal mines back in the late 19th century, I think. Certainly my ancestors were all Irish. Because we'll say, instead of saying two, is anybody from Wigan, by the way? No, just me. No matter where I go. Instead of two, we'll say two. Now, they do that in Northern Ireland, obviously. And if you go in a shop and you buy something, they go, that's £3.99, love. That's how they speak. That was, if it needed translation, that's £3.99, please. So anyway, I'm building round to I almost forgot what song I was going to do, but this is a song that I wrote, the first song I wrote for the new album. All the songs were written very, very quickly. And this is a song about, not the first time I went, we flew into Aspen the first time, but the second time, third time we drove from Denver. And you drive from Denver over the mountains and into Aspen in the middle of the night, and it's that's what this song's about. This is called Colorado and Me. Fall of snow on that highway up from Denver, and I feel it start to grow. It's like I'm going home, and the music coming through. Yeah, the song that I remembered, the one about the man in the moon, in the road, and I feel like Stephen Stills, Glenn and Don, or Johnny D. Oh, Colorado, Colorado in me. Was I looking for the truth? Or was I hoping for redemption? For the errors of my youth, for a life I left behind, a life I may forget, though that was never my intention. But tonight's about the road and the sky, and I feel like Stephen Stills, Glenn and Don, or Johnny D. Colorado, oh, Colorado, Colorado in me. I'm high on independence. I stand and watch the stars come on. Whoa. Colorado, oh Colorado, Colorado in me. Thank you very much. There's a line in that which my son would be mortified if he knew I was telling you this, but there's a line that says, I'm high on independence, I stand and watch the stars come on. Well, Independence is Independence Pass at the top of the Rockies. And it's based on when my son was about 6. We were playing basketball outside, and he looked up in the sky and he went, I saw the stars switch on. It's just lovely when kids come up with stuff like that. This is a song I sometimes do with Snake Davis. We did it for the first time during the summer, actually. We were doing a socially distanced outside show in Yorkshire, not far from where Snake lives. And I'd said to him, I sent him a text and I said, can we do the Bobby Blue Bland song, Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City? I love that song. And he said, yeah, great, yeah. Snake's very, just he's texting normally a couple of lines, you know what I mean, at the most. So I got to the gig and I said, did you learn Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City? And he said, well, I didn't really need to learn it, to be honest. He said, I kind of already knew it. I have played that song before. And I said, oh, great, where did you play it? And he said, at the Royal Albert Hall. I said, oh, right, who did you play that with? He said, well, it was a big concert for Bobby Blue Bland, like to celebrate his life. And I sang it with, I did play the sax with Paul Carrack. And I said, well, I wasn't nervous before, but now. So this is Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City, one of the greatest soul songs ever written. Ain't no love in the heart of the city. There ain't no love in the heart of town. There ain't no love, sure is a pity. There ain't no love, 'cause you ain't around. There ain't no love in the heart of the city. No, there ain't no love in the heart of town. There ain't no love, it sure enough is a pity. There ain't no love, 'cause you ain't around. When you were mine, I was feeling so good. Your love lit up this old neighborhood. Now that you're gone, the sun don't shine from the city hall to the county line. That's why there ain't no love in the heart of the city. There ain't no love in the heart of town. There ain't no love, it sure is a pity. There ain't no love, 'cause you ain't around. Place that I go, it feels so strange. Without you there, things have changed. And nighttime comes, there's a blanket of gloom. Another teardrop falls in my lonely room. Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town. Yeah, there ain't no love, it sure is a pity. Ain't no love, 'cause you ain't around. 'Cause you ain't around. Thank you very much. Okay, I've got a very special request tonight. This is for a birthday. For a chap who's sadly no longer with us. Is it George? Have I got the name right? So I'm going to do this song. I believe you saw me at, was it Penrith? At Kendal, was it? Oh, Cockermouth, right, yeah. Which is a great little theatre. And I think George was there, wasn't he? So this is for George tonight. And I think he wasn't a massive music fan, but he did know this one. So this is I better get this one right, hadn't I, for him, really? This is another John Denver song, probably John Denver's most famous song, one of the most beautiful love songs ever, really. This is Annie's song. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Oh, come, let me love you. Let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Oh, come, let me love you. Come, love me again. Ooh. Let me give my life to you. Oh, come, let me love you. Come, love me again. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. Oh, come, let me love you. Come, love me again. Thank you very much. And we've almost arrived at the last song of the evening. I know. This has really flown by. It's ridiculous. It's the first time I've done a show and it's just gone like that. It really has. And it's been a real pleasure to play for you tonight. And you people at home as well. That is the camera there, isn't it? Hi, everyone. Thousands of them there is throughout the world watching this. And I thought I'd finish on this song. This is one of my songs from the new album. Who knows if we get a big response? You know, I might have another song in me. I don't know. I mean, please, you know. I remember the great Bolton comedian once talking about this, getting an encore. You know, and he said, so tonight I've left my 2 children at home to come and play for you. To drive all this way, 2.5 hours drive. And when I get home, they're going to say, "How did it go, Dad? Was it good?" And I say, "Yeah, they all clapped to the end and I got an encore." So you see, it's not for me, you know. So we were talking a lot about great songwriters who've left behind their beautiful music. And this is for all those guys, John Denver and John Prine and Jerry Jeff. And Nick Drake, of course. This is a song that I wrote sort of late on in the process of writing the last album. And it was only when I got to the last verse that I realised it was going to be kind of about Nick Drake, but it's about all those guys. It's about people whose music lives on when they've left us. And it's also about, I remember one of those old inspirational quotes saying, "Don't be sad that it's over, be glad that it happened." You know, and that's, I think during these times, that's something we all need to remember, you know. So this is Before the Fall. Wrote it down so it couldn't run. I sang it through, and when it was done, I thought about all this change and how songs go on forever. There are lights that go on shining, even when the darkness seems to cover all. There are memories that time never can diminish. What matters most is how we lived before the fall. Broken promises, broken hearts, a fallen angel was torn apart in dreams that slowly die until they are forgotten. There are lights that go on shining, even when the darkness seems to cover all. There are memories that time never can diminish. What matters most is how we live before the fall. came a day without warning. The game we learned from the morning, and all he left behind. There are lights that go on shining, even when the darkness seems to cover all. There are memories that time never can diminish. What matters most, what can make us whole. It's how we live before the fall. Look after yourselves and look after each other. Thank you very much. Good night. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Now, I've got a couple of other requests. Sarah, can you just, who's the little boy I was supposed to do the request for? For Luke, yeah. He sent me the most, it was my birthday a couple of weeks ago. I was 27. And he sent me this lovely message. It was from Sladeburn. Do you know where Sladeburn is? Over in the... It's in Lancashire. You know. And it said, it is my mum's birthday, is on the same day as yours. Mine was on the 19th of October. And then it said, please can you sing Amazed for her? Amazed is a song by Lone Star. It's a country song. I am Luke. I love your music. I am 9 years old. And I also love racing quad bikes. So, Luke, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. And of course, Nikki and Elaine, who I've known for quite a while now, twins. They used to do a lot of singing, and they used to love John Denver's music. Happy birthday for tomorrow. So happy birthday, Nikki and Elaine. So I actually think I've got through a set without forgetting somebody. I normally forget somebody, you know. Now this song is a John Denver song. From his very first album. I'm going to finish on this one. It's a beautiful song, again, for the times we're living in. But the only trouble is, the original song is in the key of F, I think. And I'm going to try and do it in the key of G, because it means tuning the whole guitar down, and I haven't got time to do that. So, you know, you never know what could happen here. This is extremely high, but we'll give it a go. Even John Denver didn't sing it in this key. And it's also not in drop D either. Live music, you've got to love it, haven't you? It's okay, it'll give me a chance to do that incredibly fiddly intro again, won't it? I played it better that time. So you speak to me of sadness and the coming of the winter, the fear that is within you now and seems to never end, and the dreams that have escaped you and the hopes that you've forgotten. You tell me that you need me now, want to be my friend, and you wonder where we're going, where's the rhyme and where's the reason, and that you cannot accept. It is here we must begin to seek the wisdom of the children and the graceful way of flowers in the wind. For the children and the flowers are my sisters and my brothers. The laughter and their loveliness could clear a cloudy day, like the music of the mountains and the colors of the rainbow. They're a promise of the future and a blessing for today. Though the cities start to crumble and the towers fall around us, the sun is slowly fading and it's colder than the sea. And it is written from the desert to the mountains, they shall lead us by the hand and by the heart. They will comfort you and me in their innocence and trusting. They will teach us to be free. For the children and the flowers are my sisters and my brothers. The laughter and their loveliness could clear a cloudy day. And the song that I am singing is a prayer for non-believers. Come and stand beside us. We can find a better way. We can find a better way. We can find a better way. Thank you very much. Be excellent to each other. Good night. Thank you. Cheers, folks. Thank you.